All right, y'all, this is part 4 of my testimony. So let me rewind. So before the whole thing with the shower and all of that, probably about a month or so, I forget how far before that had happened, I had to go to the ER because my throat was messed up. And couldn't find out, they was like, you need to get your tonsils taken out. I was like, my tonsils taken out? And so I was just not going for it. I'm like, man, these people is not finna get my tonsils. I need my tonsils. And actually, I had talked to my daddy about it. And my daddy was like, I don't think you might want to do that. You know, like, that was like one time I remember when he told me, like, how getting your tonsils taken out is going to feel, all this stuff. So I was really skeptical about it, and I was just like, man, whatever. I just let that go in the back of my mind, like they not getting my tonsils. He was like, those are filters. You really need those you need those tonsils. There has to be another way. And so, that happened before the whole thing happened with the dream about the mouse crawling in my throat. So let's fast forward to the dream about the mouse crawling in my throat. So I dreamed that this mouse had curled up in my throat, like I said. The next day I had went and got in the shower. Got in the shower. The water hit my throat. I was screaming. Got in the mirror. My throat was completely red. Like, my outside of my throat, like my neck, was completely red. Like, and so I ended up going to the doctor. I was like, let me go find out what's going on. I go to the doctor, okay? They did my blood work, all of this stuff. And then the doctor that was on staff that day, because it was like a doctor office, but it was more than one doctor that worked in there. So she was the only one that was there at the time. So she was like she was actually on Google. I have never in my life seen a doctor literally go on Google on their laptop and just start asking me about symptoms. She literally did that. She was like, do you have sweats? Do you have night sweats? And me and her was arguing because I kept telling her, ma'am, I do not have night sweats. Like, so you don't have night sweats? I do not have night sweats, ma'am. So she was like, I think you have Graves' disease. I'm like, Graves' disease? What is that? And I was like, my blood work ain't even came back yet. Can we just wait on my blood work? She's like, yeah, it's pretty much what it's looking like. It's looking like Graves' disease. I went home crying to my mom. I called my daddy. I'm about to cry now just telling y'all this because in that moment, I felt so defeated because I was like, I just felt so defeated. Like, oh my gosh, like the word, like, and the word Graves disease, it just made me think about death. So I'm just like, and my sister was like, it's gonna be okay. My baby sister, she's like, it's gonna be okay, Tisha. Like, don't be sad. And I was just crying, and I was just like, man, like, this is crazy. Like, how did I end up with this or whatever, right? So stay tuned for part 5.